9:44, 16 minutes away from 10 o'clock. It's Indiana in the Morning on WCCS, 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCSradio.com. You know, coming up on Friday, here in the studio, we're going to be welcoming in a pilot. Not just any pilot. Warren Peach is going to be with us. He is the pilot of the P-52 Mustang, once owned by Jimmy Stewart. And it's actually on its way to the Smithsonian Institution, where it will have its permanent home. He's going to fly it here so we can all see it in Jimmy's hometown at the Jimmy Stewart Airport for the weekend. And then it's off from here to the Smithsonian. This is an airplane that actually won the Bendix Trophy for the cross-country race back in 1948. So a historic aircraft coming here to Indiana, which to me is the perfect lead-in for our visit with Purchase Line. Purchase Line High School has a wonderful aviation program and a robotics program, and Mr. Andy Sleppy has brought in some of the students involved in that program, and our visit is presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. Mr. Sleppy, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have everybody in here in the studio with us. So you've got a pretty good aviation program going, huh?
Yeah, we were really excited to get it started last year. And I went to some training down in Frederick, Maryland a couple summers ago, and the curriculum that we are using comes from AOPA, Association of, Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association is what it stands for. Mm-hmm. And so they have a curriculum that they go get trained, and high schools can use it. And so we put that into place last year, and we're expanding. We expanded upon it this year, and we're going to offer another course next year. So there'll be 3 different courses that the students can take. And the idea of it was just that there's a huge need right now for jobs and careers in the aviation sector.
Really are.
And so you see it in the news all the time. They're just in general, not just pilots. They need mechanics, they need flight attendants, air traffic controllers. Mm-hmm. There's lots of different career opportunities out there for students. So we took this as an opportunity to at least introduce the students to the possibilities out there, and then teach them the basics of all of that. And so, yeah, it's been exciting. It's been a lot of learning for me, and I've always liked to learn new things and carry that on to my students.
I have a member of my church who, as a young man, he was a great pitcher for Armstrong High School, but his lifelong career ambition was to be a pilot.
Nice.
And he left school when he graduated from Armstrong. He went to aviation school in Florida, and it's 3 years later. And he is a very high-priced pilot for a private company. He flies their jet with them, their corporate jet, wherever he wants to go. Careers such as that, careers, as you said, on the ground even, always big. So how many are in the club?
Right now, I actually have 3 sections of aviation. The 2 sections of aviation 1, and then a section of aviation 2, we call it. Mm-hmm. And so I think total there's around 25 to 30 kids that are enrolled in there. And 2 of these students are in aviation 2, and the other 2 students are in our aviation 1 program. We also talk about drones as well. And the idea, if the kids do these 3 courses, that they'll be able to take the Part 107 test and become certified drone pilots as well. And so it's kind of an introduction for both, if you maybe would want to become an airplane pilot, but also a drone pilot as well, because there's lots of opportunities out there right now for drone pilots and stuff like that too. So it's an opportunity that the kids can, if they choose that they want to, they can get that certification.
It's an amazing technology, and let's meet some of them, shall we?
Yep.
Come on up, guys.
Who's going first? Blake.
Tell us who you are, and are you Aviation 1 or 2?
I'm Blake Good. I'm Aviation 2.
You're Aviation 2, so you've been in the program a couple of years.
Yeah, I got put in it last year, and I fell in love with it.
How come? What appeals to you about it?
It kind of sparked an interest in me. We had this lady from PIA come out, and I actually went and toured the PIA facility. Mm-hmm. And they work on airplanes, like the electronics part and the manufacturing part. And it just kind of sparked a career interest in me, which is probably where I'm going after I graduate high school. Mm-hmm. It's the PIA, so.
PIA standing for?
Pittsburgh Institution of Aeronautics.
Okay, there you go. There you go. So is the ambition to become a pilot or some other role?
Probably work on airplanes.
Uh-huh.
I can't see myself being a pilot with my terrible vision.
Well,
So-
yeah, that sometimes is an obstacle.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting my Part 107 to fly a drone and work for some companies too.
Yeah.
Extra money.
Yeah. Hey, my dad was he was a auto mechanic, and he ended up in the Marines as an airplane mechanic, and had a wonderful time there before he came back and settled into his career back here. But for him, it was a real eye opener. So the technology today, I bet you, is pretty exciting.
I mean, whenever I went and toured the PIA facility, they had like a lot of like stuff I've never seen before, and I was just shocked seeing everything there.
Yeah.
I mean, the engines that they had there, like the actual plane engines. I think they had a Boeing engine, 707, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like shocked because I wasn't expecting it to be like as big as it was.
Yeah. Yeah, you can stand inside of it.
Yeah, basically.
Who's our other Aviation 2 student? Come on up. Come on up. We'll talk with you as well this morning. You are.
Matthew Johnston,
And what grade are you in?
10th.
You're in 10th grade, and you're in Aviation 2.
Yep.
So what about the program appeals to you?
Just like,
The fact that you're
Yeah.
able to work on and
Yeah.
and interact with planes. Huh?
Yep.
Yeah. So what's the ambition for you?
I plan on like going to PIA school.
Oh, same
For-
thing.
Yep.
Uh-huh. And you going to be working on the ground or in the air?
I'm gonna try working on the ground for a little bit and then go back and
Uh-huh.
get my pilot's license.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. As a member of the club, what are some of the activities that you do?
We'll get the drones out, fly a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We even in Aviation 1 last year, we made model planes and like labeled everything on them,
Uh-huh.
and then
So that technology actually translates as well.
we do flight simulators too.
The flight simulators, which is basically software oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We take
Yeah.
we take what we learned from like our classes and we put them into like the flight simulators to see if we can like take off and everything. Like I think recently we did in weather. We like took off from Colorado's airport in Denver,
Uh-huh.
and we had like storms and everything going. You just had to try to take off,
Yeah.
experience it.
Get up above the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's meet our Aviation 1 students. They're going to come forward and speak with us as well. And introduce yourselves.
My name's Jacob Mountain.
And I'm Devlin Cordish.
All right. It's good to have both of you with us here today. So, Jacob, tell me about your experience with Aviation 1.
It's really good. I took it as an elective because I wanted to put it in my schedule. It looked like a cool class, and it is really interesting. We learn a lot.
What are some of the things that you enjoy about it?
I liked learning about like the elevator, the rudder, stuff like that, and then you can see it on the actual plane,
Oh, yeah.
which is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, is a part of what you do, you actually get to go up in a plane?
No, we do not. But
Uh-huh.
there's a chance to do so outside of school.
Yeah. Yeah. Certainly that would be fascinating, I'm sure, as well. So, does it lead somewhere for you? Because you're a senior.
Yes. I'd like to get my drone license, but not as a career.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but just a fascinating
Yes.
aspect. Yeah. Devlin, what about you?
Well, same as Jacob. I just like picked it because I just thought it seemed like an interesting class to take, and like I didn't really know anything about like airplanes, and it's just really interesting learning about like how every single thing like works and like how the shape of it actually like makes it work, and then like we'll learn about the things, and then we'll go up to the flight simulator and actually like see that thing in action, and it really
Okay.
like helps you understand it.
Yeah, the science and engineering aspect of it is pretty interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's terrific that the aviation program's going strong, but so's the robotics program. You guys all with the robotics program too? How many are robotics? Just Jacob? All right, Jacob, let's put you on the spot here. Heritage Conference champions in robotics?
Yes.
Congratulations, Purchase Line. How many people are on the team?
Well, there's 3 people on our team, and then there's another class that all helped too. So There's a lot of people working on it.
All right. So what is the Heritage Conference competition all about? What happens in it?
So everyone takes a bot. All the schools take one bot, and then there's like a little tournament. So it's a bracket, double elimination, and then after they have a winner, at the end they do like a every man for himself. So they put all the bots in the ring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a battle position.
Yes.
Yeah. And Purchase Lines came out on top.
We won the tournament. Yes.
Yeah. Congratulations to that. So who designed it? I'm sure that the entire class had a hand in that.
Yeah, me, Brady, and Dan built the bot, but Xander and JJ did a lot of the weapons. So, yeah, there's a lot of people that did a big part.
And who got to steer it?
I did.
You were the driver, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So what other school had the toughest one to knock out?
Northerns was really fast.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So they went for speed.
Yeah, we played them in the championship and lost the first round and then beat them the second time. They had to beat us twice.
Oh yeah. Sounds like pilot error was probably the reason you lost that first round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I know that robotics is such a fascinating field and that there's a lot of science and engineering in that as well, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Yeah. And materials management, all of those different things, all a big part of it. All right. So for you're a senior, Devlin, you're a senior?
Yes.
All right. And the other two, they're junior and a sophomore, correct? All right. So the seniors, I always want to get seniors into the studio. I want to ask them, what are the plans for after school? What's happening with you, Jacob?
I plan on going to UPJ for accounting.
For accounting?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Terrific. So that's a good accounting school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
All right. Great. Devlin?
I plan to go to IUP for actuarial science and statistics.
Well, yeah, that's a pretty numbers-oriented field as well.
Yeah.
It's one of the great fields that people. It's sort of an unsung field that people don't realize. There's some great jobs in that. Yeah, terrific. Well, the best of luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to you fellows back there, too. The younger students are back at PL for next year. Mr. Sleppy, it's a good group, and it sounds like they're having fun with it. And when you can make education fun, then you can make education really beneficial.
I think that's what I like the best about it, kind of what Devlin said. Like I have them in the classroom setting and talking about the science and the math of how airplanes and stuff work. And, kids don't care for math sometimes, and they don't see the connection to anything. But then when we get down to the flight simulator and we run them through some different activities, it starts the dots start to get connected, and they can see like, oh wow, this stuff does have a place in application type settings. So it's exciting. I'm really happy that we have these opportunities for our students.
Yeah, and the interesting thing to me about it all is that when you talk about science and math and the STEM fields as a rule, I think in the last 10 years when I've talked to students, asked them what their favorite classes are, what their favorite courses are all about, what are the things that they're interested in, it is a lot of mathematics, a lot of engineering, a lot of science. Those things are really starting to stand out, and students are really after those fields.
Yeah, and seeing the application to it all, like in the aviation it's working, and also in the robotics, because we got to do all the measuring, and we do CAD drawings, and they really see it all start getting tied together.
Yeah.
And they see that all that learning that has taken place for the last 8, 9, 10, 11 years is starting to, they're starting to see the point of it all. And
yeah.
It's making sense to them. And that's exciting to see. Like when the light bulbs go off in my students' eyes, that makes it well worth it.
Yeah. Well, they're doing their good job with it. Hey, guys, thanks all for coming in. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you for having us.
All have a great summer. It is Indiana in the Morning at WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com.